ABCs of business. If you're going to start an e-commerce business, these are the things that you must know. I'm your girl Chaya, and today I'm here to break it down. So I am guilty of a lot of things that I did when I was trying to start my e-commerce business and my e-commerce store. And I would look through all kinds of YouTube videos to try to find out what to do, what not to do. And I still made some very costly mistakes because I thought I knew everything. Now, I am the Melanin Maven, and Maven does mean one that knows. But when it came to this, I was a novice and I should have adhered to some of the tutelage that I received from some business pioneers. So, number one is deciding on the niche that you are trying to monetize. Now, once you've decided on your niche, now you have to do your research and see what the industry is like and how quickly you'll be able to monetize off of that one niche. Number three is you have to decide on your name. Now, because of the fact that you're going to be starting an online business, obviously your name is something that's going to have to be publicized when you do your marketing campaigns and your promotions. Now, everyone says that you don't need money to do this and you don't need money to do this and how you can do this with no money down and all you have to, that is a load of malarkey. Because at the end of the day, to publicize, even if you are posting every day on platforms, social media platforms like TikTok, like Facebook, like Instagram, and you're doing it every day, and Pinterest, the algorithms push you when you have the backing and you have the money to spend the promotions, because it seems like now what a lot of these social media platforms are doing, especially Meta, with the whole Reel campaign, what they're doing is you have to literally be posting all the time to keep people on their site in order for them to push your content. And because of the fact that you're trying to build a business, to post all the time is almost impossible. So my suggestion to you is this: set aside a small budget that you can utilize on a monthly basis to push your campaigns, to get eyes on your stuff. All right, so now number four is trademarking. One of the biggest mistakes that I made in trademarking was not doing my due diligence when it came to the emails that are received. What people do is there are businesses that once you file for your trademark, there are businesses that now look on that index that's posted online, that's open to the public, and they see who's now filing for a specific name. And what they do is now they get your email and they get all of your information, they get your case number and all that good stuff, and then they send you emails. You think that they're reaching out to you from the US Patent and Trademark Office, but that's not who they are. They are a third-party company and they get your money, and they got my money. They got over $500 of my money. And when I finally found out what happened, the US Patent and Trademark Office had already canceled my trademark application because of fraud. And I'm just like, how is it fraud? I made this. I literally used an app to make this logo. So how is it? I made this logo myself. Like, it was my brainchild. So how is it fraud? And I had the longest conversation with one of the representatives from the trademark office saying, girl, this happens so much. And some people get scammed out of $20,000. Some people get scammed out of a lot of money because of the fact that these third-party vendors, they make it seem as if they're acting on the behest of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, and they're not. So My suggestion to you is to go through a legal company and have them perform the trademark process for you. Now, I've used LegalZoom in the past. I've used Hyatt Legal. There's a lot of legal companies that you can solicit legal advice from. Sometimes they do it for free, and sometimes there is a fee involved. But rather you pay that fee than get scammed out of thousands and thousands of dollars, because these people are preying upon those that don't know. So that was one of the key things that I definitely wanted to share. You have the trademark, and then you have the LLC. Now, developing an LLC in whatever state that you're going to be developing an LLC in is not always the easiest. So you can also use legal firms to do that as well. But when you are processing the LLC, make sure that you change your registered agent from them to you if you don't have the money to keep pouring into the process on a yearly basis. So what is a registered agent? So basically what this is, so you have a designation of an LLC with your state, but then with the federal, you have to choose a different designation. So I chose an S Corp for my company. You can do a C Corp, you can do an S Corp, or you can keep it an LLC, sole proprietor, all those different titles as far as your business is concerned. But when you keep the lawyer or the law firm down as your registered agent, that is a fee that you're going to have to pay on a yearly basis to keep on resubmitting your forms as a business on a yearly basis, because you're going to have to file taxes. It's a lot of inner workings that people don't know is encompassed in building a business. One of the first things I did with my company, and when I started my company, it was in 2017. And that was the first thing that I did when I wanted to be serious about it. Because clearly you can set up your PayPal account to get money if you're hosting an event or something like that. But when you want to really do business, I set up my LLC. I set up my business name. You know what I'm saying? I set up all of the intricate things so that I can now start doing business in a way that was conducive to, me making sure that I was going to get stuff done. You know what I mean? So I got my accountant. Having a good accountant that will give you the real deal Holyfield on any level is key, unless you know how to do all of this yourself. But even being able to do all of this yourself, it still is daunting, and it is a major undertaking because of the fact that you're only one person, and you got to do your accounting, you got to do your business setup, you got to do your trademark, you got to do your marketing, you got to do your analytics. There's so much to do. Not only that, you also have to do your business plan. And so that you can now promote yourself to other businesses and other companies so that you can get your name out there. There's networking that you have to do as well. So it's so much involved in this. And so now for the e-commerce part of the business. All right. So with e-commerce, it is taking over everything, and it has taken over everything. E-commerce is now, you can even buy stuff on Instagram. Like, e-commerce is where it's at. And the quicker that you're able to tap into it is the quicker that you'll be able to make that money. However, here's the mistake that I made. So I had such big visions and big dreams about what I wanted to do and what I wanted to promote. So I started ordering bulk of all of these things from different companies. And I have so much merchandise that is still here that I've ordered from 2018 or 2019 that I have yet to sell. I had to literally make shelves in my garage so that I can keep my inventory and my merch. And I'm still looking for businesses that can consolidate and liquidate these assets that I have, because now they're no longer an asset, they're a liability. And I have over $20,000 worth of merchandise that needs to be sold. I would even dare to say $30,000 at this point. So once you find out what you want and what your niche is going to be, you have to create the mock-up. So if you're selling clothes, create the mock-up of the clothes. Don't buy the clothes in bulk until you know that there is a demand for them. Now, you can have the supply, but if the demand is not there, then you're just a supplier with no demand. You know what I mean? So you have to make sure that the demand is there before you start to purchase a whole bunch of merchandise, because nobody wants to have rooms and rooms full of merchandise that they cannot sell. That's not hot. So my suggestion is to get a mock-up, a couple of mock-ups, and then you start to promote those on your site in different variations, and then have a drop shipping option so that when the person purchases, then they can you can have the mock-up sent to the drop shipper, and then that drop shipper send it to the client. Now, sometimes it doesn't work as fast as you like because everybody's so used to Amazon and the the 2 day shipping. But with drop shipping, it does take longer. But once you find a drop shipper that is good quality, you have hit the jackpot. And once you have the steady commercials and promotions and marketing for your product, and there is now a demand, then you can say, okay, this is going great. Now I can order, and I order in small amounts, and see how great that sells. And then once that sells, you're like, okay, this is something that I can develop into something bigger. And then that's when you start to really order and see if you can get placed into places like, the Targets, the Walmarts, the Macy's, and stuff like that. And once you start building that rapport and you now have a connection or a partnership with Macy's and Target, and you're now on a grander scale, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. But you have to do your due diligence at first to make sure that the demand is there. Well, what do you use, Chaya, when it comes to your store and your business? Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. My go-to is Shopify. Shopify, I appreciate because they have monthly plans that are catered to your revenue stream, and you can change it as you please. But they also have the option to measure your analytics, and they have interoperability with Facebook, with Instagram, with Walmart, with Amazon, with Etsy, and with the drop shippers. So it's like a one-stop shop with Shopify. And you can you can design your own website, and you can have your website hosted on the Shopify platform. And I am in no way getting paid by Shopify. They don't even know that I'm doing this video. But I personally like the platform the best out of the ones that I've tried over the past few years. And because of the fact that you have every dollar has to be accounted for, because of the fact that you now have to connect your accountant with the numbers and whatever you have for your business, Shopify also is able to break that down for you as well. And they have marketing campaigns that you can use. All your products and your orders they host everything. I mean, they are interoperable with almost every other platform. Depending on which payment plan or plan that you use, you can customize your website and no one will even know that it's from Shopify. Shopify is just your hosting platform, like GoDaddy. In my opinion, Shopify is the place to be because you can get everything. You can have your mailing list, also create coupons and discounts for your customers and campaigns. It's really a one-stop shop. Honestly, it really is a one-stop shop. I definitely recommend that. And once you get all of these steps in place, you should start to see profit. You should start to see revenue as well. And then you can create your campaigns within YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok so that you can grow your business. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, growing your business. And there's also other apps that I use to help, give that little zhuzh. Those I'm going to tell you in the next video. But as far as the e-commerce part and to do the ABCs of starting the business, this is all that we're talking about right now. Starting the business and actually getting it functional. And once you get the business functional, then there's so many other things that you can do. And then you can bring other people in to help you with it once you see that the money is coming in. But when the money is not coming in and you have all of these, it takes money to make money. I don't care what anybody say. Everybody can sell you a dream and say, oh no, when you have this and you have that, you don't need money. All you need to do is this. No, it takes money to make money, period, point blank. Okay. So I hope that this was actually helpful for you and getting yourself started. And once you get started, we're going to go to the next level so that we can talk about how to get those little trinkets and zhuzhes in to set you apart from the rest. Okay? So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give me a like, thumbs up, whatever. I want to know what you think. I also want you to comment and let me know what you thought. All right? And if you appreciate this type of content, let me know. I'm Chaya, your host, and again, I am here to break it down.